Mana mana.
Do do be dooby.
Mana mana.
Do do be doo.
Mana mana.
Do do be dooby. Dooby 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 doo do do do.
Alright, let's do this. Welcome to the Florence BobCAST. I'm your host, Mason Gummin,
And I'm Taff.
keeping you in the loop of what's going on in the school district of Florence County. This is episode 5, April 2022. The Northern Lakes Conference District Solo and Ensemble Festival was on Friday, March 4th. Many of our middle school and high school band and choir students participated, some in multiple events, and we have the results.
Receiving silver medal for the events include Aja Buffington, Briar Davis, Ella DeRoche, Taylor Fleming, William Kelly, Sophia Martin, Naomi Millen, Cecilia Mills, Cameron Prevost, Jane Price, and me, Taff.
Receiving a gold medal for their events includes Serenity Atene, Trinity Christmas, Ella DeRoche, Delaney Donahue, Taylor Fleming, Tylee Fivey, Mason Gummin, Hannah Holdaway, Desiree Jesperson, Evan Johnson, Camden Johnson, William Kelly, Gabriel Krensky, Emma Klump, Austin Korf, Leighton Lambert, Zoe Lemire, Olivia Millen, Isabella Millen, Naomi Millen, Greta Nault, Malia Neville, Brandy Nichols, Michaela Niehaus, Mackenzie Niehaus, Bryn Sullivan, Brock Taff, Paige Uren, and Leah Young.
And a special congratulations to Michaela Niehaus, Mackenzie Niehaus, and Paige Uren, as their miscellaneous trio has advanced to the State Solo Ensemble Festival on May 6th and May 7th at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. Good luck at State.
Speaking of state, the entire Florence High School forensics team advanced to the state speech competition on April 9th at DeForest High School, and we have those results too.
Carly Bischoff received a bronze medal in the poetry category.
Gavin Holdaway received a bronze medal in the prose category.
Leighton Lambert and Austin Korf received a silver medal in play acting category.
And a special congratulations to Mackenzie Niehaus for receiving a gold medal in the prose category. It was a perfect score, so she had also received the Critics' Choice Award. Congratulations, Kenzie.
The Florence Elementary Kindness Club wrapped up a food and supplies drive for Almost Home Animal Shelter.
All total, the students and staff were able to provide several large boxes of food and other necessary supplies for the shelter that were delivered last week. Way to go!
Due to the continued winter-like weather, there have been several changes to our spring athletic schedule. Please visit www.myflorence.org to see the changes.
Over spring break, 6 students from the Florence High School had a unique opportunity to travel to Costa Rica with the Spanish department. We took some time to talk with Spanish teacher Miss Katie King, who explains the purpose of the trip and the educational experiences that took place. Thank you for being here. Tell us a little bit about the trip.
We went for 8 days, I think it was, and we saw a lot. We went to pineapple plantation, chocolate plantation, coffee plantation. They went zip lining. We did a boat tour and we saw like the birds and the animals. And we went to a national park, which is actually a beach in. So a lot of common, like the normal Costa Rican local people also go to this beach. And so you walk in and you can see a lot of animals. We saw sloths and monkeys and howler monkeys. And the one hotel we stayed at was actually in the jungle. So some students weren't too enthused about like cockroaches and stuff like that they're not used to seeing around here. But that hotel was really neat because like the kids in the pool, it was an infinity pool, and you could look out and we saw like toucans and monkeys hanging from trees right there. And then at nighttime you're sleeping and you can hear like the howler monkeys and the birds and the iguanas and all the other stuff. So they ended up doing a lot. We also went to the Baldy Hot Springs, which is they're all heated by the volcano, the Arenal volcano. Those are just a few of the things that we did.
Were there students from other schools participating?
Yes. So originally this trip was offered with Kingsford and the Kingsford Spanish teacher. Both of her students ended up pulling out. She still came with and was a chaperone, but I did offer it to my distance ed students that I had last year. And one student, she's a junior at Mellon High School. She came along, not knowing anyone besides a few of them from class, but so she came along with us.
What do you consider to be the big takeaways from the trip like this?
Number one, usually students, I had a couple that had never been on a plane. They never left the country. A couple that had never even left Michigan or Wisconsin. So leaving the United States and everything that you know really opens your eyes to not only different types of people and different types of things to do, but also food, and realizing that, like, hearing the language in everyday conversation. Also, they really become independent because, especially, there was only one student had their mom with, but they're holding their own money, they're holding their passport, they're having to take care of those things that here in the United States, a lot of times they don't necessarily have to manage. So, so there was a lot on them as well, that they kind of have to become a little more independent with some things and become a little more responsible. But definitely eyes opening to just different stuff, and realizing, like, a lot of the food, because all of our meals were included in this trip. And so a couple of them were buffets where you could pick and choose what you wanted to eat. But unless you told me that there's something you don't eat, like one girl is a vegetarian, so they always planned ahead first, so she wasn't given meat. But they're given meals sometimes that they probably wouldn't choose, and they're trying them, and everyone tried everything. No one went hungry, and I think some of them ate a lot more than they thought they would have eaten going into it, just because they think that they're picky eaters. But it's good for them to experience new things and to realize that it's okay to try something. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But it's a good experience for them. So even with some of the activities, because like zip lining was another hard one, because a couple of them were really apprehensive, especially with heights and stuff. But and I actually was not able to go that day because I was very sick. So I'm thankful for my chaperone. But that was one of those situations that once they got there, they all did it. They all tried it. Some of them were totally gung-ho and ready to do it again, and like wanting to do all the tricks and hang upside down. Some of them, from the pictures, you can tell they were hanging on for dear life, and they said they will never do it again, but they're glad that they did it and they tried it. So they faced their fear and they did it, and whether or not they ever do it again, at least they tried it.
Will there be a similar trip in the future?
Yes. So right now in June, there's England, Ireland, Scotland, but that was postponed from last year. My Kingsford teacher and I have been talking about our next trip. Probably not next year, because we need a year off, and we also need a year to plan and fundraise. So next year we will roll out the trip for the following year, which would be 23-24. So we're debating between a few different trips. We've considered doing Day of the Dead again in November to Mexico City. And then we've debated on doing a spring break again. And there we've looked at either, there's a trip that we did like 10 years ago, Guatemala and Belize, or the Yucatan of Mexico. So like you have Mérida, and then you have like the different pyramids like Chichen Itza, Palenque, and then you would end probably with at one of the beaches like Playa del Carmen or something like that. So, or Isla de las Mujeres. But those are the trips that we've been kind of thinking of. We thought about maybe Puerto Rico, but the problem with, I don't know how much of the island has been rebuilt since the hurricane. So I don't know how much, I haven't heard of anyone going there. So those are our thoughts right now. We're definitely planning and thinking, and next year we'll roll that out and start our fundraising next year for the following year. So
Thank you again for being here.
Oh yes, gracias, adios.
event is being planned at the middle school, high school involving our special education department. We checked in with our special education teacher, Miss Jennifer Hoiby, to find out more about the new event.
Tell us about this event.
The Florence Unified Field Day is sponsored by Special Olympics Wisconsin and the Bobcat Bistro here at Florence High School. And it involves students within the special education program here at Florence High School, middle school, elementary school, and the general ed students that volunteer through NHS, Torpedoes, and any other students who are willing to come together and do sport-like activities in unison with each other.
Will other schools be involved?
We have invited Niagara and Pembine to join us this year due to COVID restrictions. Hopefully that will be lifted next year. We'll be able to invite other districts in the surrounding area. But this year, since it's our first year, we're going to do it small with students that already get together on a weekly and monthly basis that are familiar with each other within the special ed program, and then hopefully build on that.
What do you see as the benefits of an event like this?
The benefits to this Unified Field Day is that it's bringing students with disabilities and students without disabilities to come together to learn how to play sports, work collaboratively, support one another through their strengths and weaknesses, and form hopefully lasting relationships that will continue on through adulthood.
Is this something you intend to do annually?
Oh yes, we are looking forward to this becoming hopefully a new tradition here at Florence.
Thank you again for being here.
Well, thank you. That's fantastic.
The high school concert is on Monday, May 2nd at 7 p.m. in the auditorium. And the middle school concert is on Monday, May 9th at 7 p.m. in the auditorium.
The WSMA State Solo Ensemble Festival will be on Friday and Saturday, May 6th and 7th at the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. Best of luck to our participants who will be attending.
Athletic awards will be on Wednesday, May 18th in the auditorium at 6 p.m.
Academic awards will be on Friday, May 20th, beginning at 9 a.m. in the auditorium. Parents are invited to attend.
Fine Arts Awards will be on Wednesday, May 25th. The Art Open House will be at 6 p.m. in the main hallway of the high school, with the award ceremony beginning at 7 p.m. in the auditorium.
The District Memorial Day program will be on Friday, May 27th at 9 a.m. in the high school gym.
Lastly, high school graduation will be on Friday, May 27th at 7 p.m. in the high school gym.
A list of all school events, including the full athletic schedule, can be found on our website, myflorence.org, and at our Facebook page. Just search Florence County School District. That wraps it up for this month's episode of the Florence BobCast. For more information about events at the school, please visit our website, myflorence.org, or the Florence County School District Facebook page. This episode was produced by Mr. Robert Knox. Our theme music is Dark Nights, Bright Lights by yours truly, Mason Gummin. This podcast was a production of the Florence High School Music Department. Tune in next month for the next episode of the Florence BobCast. I'm your host, Mason Gummin.
I'm Brock Taff.
And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Tune in next week for the Florence BobCast with
Seasons of Summer Special.
Yeah.